Okay, best chain restaurant to get kicked out of.
I was just talking to my buddy about Old Charlie's. We were talking I was actually going to try to do this as a joke, but I loved Old Charlie. Chain restaurants, ranch dressing is a big deal in chain restaurants.
Yeah.
And if you don't have it or run out of it, people lose it. It's just such you can't, I might do that as a joke just so.
We are here with a good friend of mine, old friend of mine, and one of the best comedians in the world, Nate Bargatze.
Nate Bargatze, everybody.
And so basically what we're going to do off the top is what we do with all of our guests is try and figure out how edgy you are. And what we're going to do is ask you a bunch of questions. And at the end of that, we're going to reward you. We have a grading system of 1 to 5 kettlebells. Okay. And you want 5.
5 is the best.
5 is kettlebells. Do y'all work out a lot? Is that why it's kettlebells, or is it just
obviously
kettlebells working out, right?
It's almost insulting that you asked. Maybe your webcam is blurry or something, but clearly we're
could be
two dudes who are very much in shape.
We're shredded.
I know Graham. I've seen Graham with no shirt on, and Graham's got a mannequin body. And that's how it's because we went shopping, and Graham he can just buy whatever. He just goes, yeah, that shirt's good, it's whatever, and he puts it on.
It just works.
It's like a child, the way a child puts on a shirt, where it just doesn't matter. They can just wear. They're not my nipples are fat and stuff.
Yeah, the neck hole is definitely stretched out on that shirt. I don't know if you can tell, but it's been that head's got to get through that shirt.
I've got I got a big melon, but it's not as That was a number of years ago. Things have changed for the worse.
Not that much.
Okay.
I mean, they take it off, Graham. I think the people want to know. They got it.
They shouldn't have. Just the denim jacket, no shirt would be a great look for you.
I would, but for me personally, seated with the camera lower is not my best angle for my shirt off.
Well,
it's not a good angle for your hair either, but so.
I have a very delicate, comb, brushing situation. It's like one strand is out of the way. I have to do enough to the side, but not too much, because then it gets thin here. And so it's...
We actually spent 2.5 hours before we tape getting every hair in just the right place.
I showed up here at 3:00. So...
All right, are we ready to do an edgy lightning round?
Yes.
Edgy lightning round. It's electric.
All right. So I'll do.
Y'all would make money on this podcast, except for all that stuff. You got to go.
No, we spent thousands of dollars.
You're like. I mean, if we just got rid of that edgy light thing, we would be millionaires right now.
And we also spent $5,000 to get that made. So it's some people say it's not the best, but anyway. So first off, Nate Bargatze, what is your favorite drug?
I don't really do any.
Not off to a super edgy start.
No,
but even without doing them, if you had to pick a favorite,
you don't have to do them. You can still have a favorite one.
Yeah.
I don't know what would be. I guess cocaine would be.
Okay, wow, you dove right in. You went from nothing to going diving in deep.
I mean,
I
think if you're gonna do them, you might as well go and get up there.
Saw it on a movie. It seemed neat.
Yeah, if you're gonna go crazy, might as well.
Yeah, I like that. I like there's no gateway drugs for Nate. He's way past the gateway. Blew by it. Straight to cocaine.
There's a lot of that where you see it's like someone's like, all right, if we're gonna do it, just do it. Where they go to the neck. If you're gonna go do it, you're like, might as well go do it.
I'm with you.
See what that's about.
A lot of comedians with long, successful careers have thought the exact same thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. That's how you get to those late shows.
Yeah. And fast.
All right. Next one? Favorite cigarette brand?
I mean, probably just Marlboro. Is that how you say it?
You said it probably how they.
Yeah, you said it the way it was intended to be said, for sure.
Yeah. Marble.
It's the people that are buying it. Marble. Some Marble Reds. Probably Marble Reds, just because those are, it's like kind of a cowboy.
Yeah. I feel like people that pronounce it that way pronounce it marble, saying red is redundant.
Yeah,
it's just like assumed. And if you say no one has ever said,
already grabbed reds, and then before they go red.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Red is implied, and it's a carton. You're getting a whole carton.
Yeah. What is your favorite alcohol?
I don't drink anymore, but it was beer. Just I was always I liked IPAs. I thought those were pretty fun.
Marlboro Red and beer. It's pretty classic.
Yeah,
pretty classic American combo. I like it.
The IPA was like IPA's a little fruity.
Would a hipster be that? A Marlboro Red IPA? It's kind of a balance of both.
The IPA is very hipstery.
It is.
Marlboro Red is pure cowboy. Pure.
I know, but isn't that what like hipster is like kind of that you got to pick a cool thing from like an old, it's like, you got some nice tight jeans on, got that jacket on, smoking Marlboro. You ask someone ask for your cigarette, you give them Marlboro Red. They're like, you want the person, if they ask something from you, to be like, oh, I'm all right.
I see where you're going, but I think hipsters, and I'll include myself under that umbrella, are generally weak, and Marlboro Reds everything's for pretend. You know what I mean?
I think it's
Marlboro
a bunch
Reds
of
actually hurt your throat.
I feel like it's a bunch of strong choices. That's like what makes it hip. You're making a big choice,
That's true.
Marlboro Red and an IPA. To me, I don't know. All right.
All right,
you got to give them one or the other. And so they're IPA, they're going, well, I'm going to stick with IPA. But Marlboro Reds, you have to make your choice. You either go drink Coors.
Yeah.
And then smoke, spirits. Or you do Marlboro Red and IPA.
Well, you really want 5 kettlebells. I've never seen anyone argue.
He's
making
a case here.
He's really making a case.
He's making a case.
Really wants it,
and I respect it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like the cocaine. If we're doing this, I'm gonna do it.
All right, Nate. Truck or coupe?
Probably truck. I've never had a truck, but I've been like lately. I'm like kind of like I think about a truck a lot more than I ever did. So, trucks are just I like them. I don't like them real big. I don't want them jacked up. But trucks are getting insane, and they're as nice as some of them. It looks like a Mercedes on the inside. Like they're just super nice, and throwing stuff in the back. I don't think I have a lot of stuff to throw in the back, but. I think
no one does.
Yeah.
Not one person with a truck has ever thrown anything in the back.
Yeah. Trucks are kind of...
Everybody likes a truck friend, though.
That's true. You got it, but you hate to be the
truck
friend because you're just helping people move all the time. Trucks have kind of a mullet thing going now where it's like an office in the front, construction guy in the back.
That's funny.
They've really shifted that way.
That's actually
it's like real money.
Yeah.
It's a real business, and like guys are like, there's guys driving trucks that are worth $100 million, and they just have a bunch of junk in the back. Inside is like super nice.
Yeah, I'm a working class guy.
I'm a man of the people.
Yeah.
Just pristine.
That's what they always think with the truck. They always say that, and you're like, that truck's $90,000.
Yeah. It's got 4 TVs in it.
Yeah, you're not fooling me because you threw on a Carhartt jacket or whatever.
Nate Bargatze, what is your favorite Taylor Swift song?
It's
a pretty edgy question.
Blank space.
Good choice.
Right now.
Good choice.
Probably that one.
Yeah.
Good choice. I like
You Belong to Me was another one I loved. A lot of the older stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was a big Taylor Swift fan. Blank Space I like a lot. And that was the one, I don't really know what it's about, but it's
catchy.
I enjoy it.
Seems ambiguous by title.
Yeah. It's true.
Well, we knew that you are a Taylor Swift fan. We put our interns. They did the research, and I'm glad it all worked out.
You ever sometimes you don't realize I got an email from Spotify that was like Sia's going to be in town, and you're a huge Sia fan. And you're like, am I? I didn't realize, but I guess I'm listening to a fuck ton of Sia on Spotify.
You should admit that on this podcast.
Yeah, it's weird that they're. Yeah, you're right. We'll edit that out.
As far as being edgy.
Yeah.
It's
I like that. There's that new driver license song.
It's a great song. Yeah, it's really good.
It's the best.
It is kind of edgy though. Sia is now edgy because she got in trouble.
For what?
for making that movie about mentally handicapped people and not hiring mentally handicapped actors.
I didn't even know Sia did that.
It was
You made a movie?
Yeah, she made a movie. It's a huge thing.
Uh-huh.
Yep, she's real edgy. She hates mentally handicapped people.
Get that.
She wants them
read
dead.
read a Harry Potter book, you know?
Yeah.
Is that, what's her face?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
J.K. Rowling.
Yeah.
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 That's
And
edgy.
then that's edgy. 'Cause
Yeah.
she's pro women.
She really has just $1 billion. She's got $1 billion, and then once every month, she's like, I'm going to fight the internet today.
Yeah.
I'm bored. I might as well take on the entire internet.
I'm going to write a lot, but in
Yeah.
small amounts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're next.
I'm next. Nate, what is your best tattoo? And you have to have one.
I don't. And,
If you did, what's
but
your ideal tattoo? What would you get?
You know, it'd probably be something Vanderbilt. I would have probably done that a long time ago. Being a big Vandy fan, or Titans, you know. But I would go anti-tattoo as edgy, as being everybody's got tattoos.
Sure.
So I don't, and that's now. I mean, the edge has been moved to be everybody get a tattoo. People got 1 million of them.
Mm-hmm.
So now, I mean, a scarier guy could be a guy that you're like, he has no tattoos.
He has absolutely nothing to celebrate. He's a psychopath.
So you've
Nothing to celebrate.
You've waited long enough that now the edge has come to you. You've brought the edge to you.
Mm-hmm.
I brought it to me. You sit around and wait, and then I don't want any markings to get caught by the cops.
Oh, very
Wow.
edgy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
super edgy.
All right, I'm gonna
Yeah.
write that. I'm gonna
Yeah.
yeah.
No.
I mean,
I'm gonna make
yeah, he's
note
got
of
a
that.
butterfly tattoo on his right above his on his side of his neck.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh. He's got his daughter's birthday on his nose, and they're like, "Oh, we got him. We already got him."
Yeah, we got
You know what
this
I mean?
guy.
That guy,
Yeah, and what
the
do I
butterfly
have?
murderer,
Yeah.
the butterfly
Yeah, you
murderer with a girl's name and birth date on his nose.
That's a power combo.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a real, when you become a dad, you get it. You still can be a psycho, but you love your daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to respect that.
Yeah, you want to kill other women, but you love your daughter.
But not your own.
Yeah.
Your daughter,
Yeah.
not your own.
Nate Bargatze, who would you rather fight? Colonel Sanders, Ronald McDonald, or Wendy?
Colonel Sanders probably just old, you know, and I think it would just be easy. I think it'd be easy work,
Yeah.
you know?
Yes.
I don't know if you'd have to lay a punch down.
He was in the military. He has military training.
No, he's a Kentucky colonel. There's no military. It's just like a state title that they give.
It's even better.
Yeah.
Even better. So Ronald McDonald has been sitting on that bench for a while, and he's furious.
Yeah.
And then
Have you ever touched him? He is rock hard.
rock hard. Yeah. and Wendy, I mean, you know, I think her dad died, and she's just been through a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. When he's got,
And
and
then
Yep.
it's just too much.
getting beat up by a clown it's just too embarrassing as well. You take your chances with the old. I'd rather get beat up by an old man than a clown if I had to lose,
Yeah.
personally.
Well, yeah. All right.
Okay. All right. Nate, favorite way to shred your bod?
You know, just keto. Is that? I don't do it, but it's I think that would be. You get to say you're on keto,
Yeah.
or you go back and say you're on Atkins now. Because no one does Atkins, they go keto and go,
Yeah.
I do Atkins, and it's basically the same thing.
Yeah.
You just you want to just say whatever no one else is saying. That's what I
Saying
think.
Atkins when people say instead of keto is edgy, I think.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
that guy died of a heart attack. That
Yeah.
guy died.
I mean, telling
You
everyone.
still do it. You still do it, knowing
Yeah.
that the leader of it
Yeah.
Yeah.
couldn't handle it.
No. Just
And
all
you go,
fat.
well,
Yeah. There's nothing edgier than eating only red meat. 3 meals a day, just red meat. That's a power move. People know you mean business.
yeah, you can't be vegan. You can't be, you gotta bring your own jerky. You go to a vegan restaurant. You
Yeah.
bring some.
It's is this place BYOJ?
Yeah.
Go to a vegan restaurant, bring your own jerky. You people make me sick. Jordan Peterson, pretty edgy character, only eats red meat.
Oh, just exclusively red meat.
Yes.
That's horrifying.
Like he's a African tribesman.
I don't think they do that.
He's a Maasai. No, Maasai warriors. They
that
only
all
eat
they
red
eat?
meat. Yeah.
Horrifying.
Yeah.
Do they have a choice, or do they?
No, they have no choice. They would like to probably eat other stuff.
Well, they're actually the Maasai are huge Jordan Peterson fans. So they got it from him.
Just there.
They
Yeah.
read his stuff.
I think women are stupid. Yeah.
I bet the Maasai probably do think that.
Oh, well, hey, you have to deal. Well, that was the edgiest thing I think you've ever said in all the episodes.
I just feel like a tribe of. You think a tribe of meat-eating warriors are also like strong feminists?
That's a good point.
I'm not seeing it.
That's a good point. Nate, what is your favorite food? Southern food or Italian food?
Could be Italian food because I love
Wow.
pizza. You know, I love pasta. I love Italian food. Southern food. You know, I mean, I didn't really grow up like in that kind of like eating just fried chicken or whatever. You know, collard greens and that kind of stuff. Like we were pretty mainstream.
You mentioned
eaters.
it like me being a northerner doing a stereotype of the South. Like, I don't know, like fried chicken or collard greens or what barbecue. I don't know, turduckens.
Barbecue. I mean, I like barbecue, but I don't know. I mean, I am Southern, but yeah, we're not all just doing that down here. You know, we have other foods and a lot of different backgrounds are in the South.
Sounds dubious.
But if you want to label us all as one group, I get it. You know?
I mean, you're also a bunch of liars. I know that. So
I mean, we got a mix of everything, you know. We got a mix of everything. We speak the truth, we lie.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. Yeah.
You do it all.
I'll be honest with you, I don't even like Italian food, but go ahead. That was my lie. I was lying for you.
All right. Favorite energy drink? Mountain Dew doesn't count.
Red Bull. I mean, I guess Edge would still be Monster, though. Monster's still, when you see someone they want a Monster drink, they're getting in a truck.
Yeah.
The Monster energy drink sticker on a truck is it's the de facto now that you can't have the rebel flag anymore.
So it's the Monster. You think the Monster Energy logo is the new rebel flag?
Yeah. What's it called?
The Confederate flag?
It's a new Confederate flag.
Yeah.
You're not going to get in trouble, but we all know what it means.
Yeah.
We know what you're about.
I think it just means you're a guy who's into dirt biking or whatever.
I don't think so.
That's not what it is.
No.
Well, people do dirt bikers are big Monster energy drinks.
They are. Yeah. You got lifted trucks. You got dirt bikes in the back. Then you're going to have the Monster sticker on there.
Those people do need a truck. I'll give them that. You know?
I agree.
All right, is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Nate, who's your favorite Ninja Turtle?
It was always Michelangelo.
Your party guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was, I mean, as a kid, he was the funny one.
Yeah.
And I think he was very popular. I had a friend that
he was very popular. You mean in the turtle universe?
in the world
Yeah.
of, you know, I had a friend that liked Raphael, or one of them that was more straight-laced, that was more along the rules.
Uh-huh.
That's Leonardo.
That's Leonardo. Leonardo is
Leonardo.
Yeah. He's the rules
And
guy.
then was Donatello. Yeah, he was always
Donatello
I had a
was-
buddy that would always pick a random one. He'd pick whatever the one that was like, no one likes him.
So your friend who liked
Maybe
Leonardo, is he an accountant
Maybe
now?
he was a lawyer. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, checks out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was always a Michelangelo guy. I'm a comedian. You're a comedian. Who are you? Who'd you like?
I'm a Raphael.
Oh, you're a bad boy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Wow.
I leave the sewer in a trench coat and go out and cause trouble from time to time.
Yeah.
Raphael was pretty fun too. So it was like them two were the ones that were,
They were,
you know.
Raphael was the edgiest.
Yeah, I would think so.
If this podcast had digital, it would be Raphael.
Yeah, but Michelangelo he was edgy too in that he had he had a serious partying problem for a teenager.
He was an alcoholic.
He couldn't stop.
He was a binge eater as well.
That's
Ate
true.
a lot of pizza.
Yeah.
Crazy amount. Yeah.
Okay, best chain restaurant to get kicked out of.
Let's see. This is could be. I was just talking to my buddy about Travis. I think you know Travis Graham. About O'Charlie's. We were talking I was actually gonna try to do this as a joke, but I loved O'Charlie. Chain restaurants, ranch dressing is a big deal in chain restaurants.
Yeah.
And if you don't have it or run out of it, people lose it. It's just such a, you can't, I might do that as a joke just so as everybody understands. I don't think I'm trying material, but we just talked about this last night and it made me laugh because it was it is a very funny, the bread or whatever's free at a chain restaurant, it's a big deal. And if you try to take that away from them. I mean, people just, kids can eat free. Then it's well, not anymore. And then they just, these people just they come unglued. You're no, that's not the deal, dude. That's not the deal. That's not what's supposed to be happening.
It's not what I signed on for. It's not what was promised as an American.
So, Buffalo Wild Wings could be good.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's got a kind of a bar atmosphere.
It does.
I'm trying to think you're in the bar. The bar is always very deep into the restaurant, so you get dragged out. You kind of have to go out.
Yep.
To everybody. It's not like they
several
can just shove you
families
out a side door.
Yep.
You have to go to the family section.
Yeah.
So you're in that front bar where the TVs are. You get dragged, and you got to go through. It's all because the TVs are always at the very back of the restaurant.
Yep.
So you have to get dragged through the bar where that's probably the fight's still going on.
Yeah.
And then you got to go to just the little family that's we just were trying to, we're driving to Kentucky tonight and we just try to get some food and they're in the mix now of Buffalo. Your kids are hearing some language that you don't care for them to hear.
Buffalo Wild Wings has the perfect blend of families and then men who abandoned their families.
Yes.
And that's 50-50
Beautiful.
in the restaurant. And so you get to pick your section,
And then when you get kicked out, you're still not outside. Then you're in the main concourse of a mall.
That's true.
Yeah. It's a long kick out.
Yeah. And then the mall security has to take over. And then and then you get handed off to the cops. There's 3 groups that has to take care of you.
Yeah, it's a big commitment.
Your car's parked on the other side.
Yeah. They kind of.
And now you're oh god, you got to walk around where the dumpster is, and no one's at.
Yeah, you got to walk all the way around the mall. You're on a hill with wood chips.
Just kids. You always get to that side of the mall where you're oh, there's a lot of parking right here, and you're it's because there's no door. Nowhere near this area. But you're always I found a spot right up front.
Right.
Well, enjoy walking 2 miles to the entrance.
On those weird narrow sidewalks, they're just enough for 2 feet.
Yeah. That's their stores. That's their whole business model. It's Sears knows that you're only going to walk through there because that's the only parking you could get.
Yeah.
You got to walk through a Sears to get where you want to go.
Cars are, by the way, coming out of everywhere at a mall. People are cutting through parking spots. I mean, you don't know where a car is going to come from when you go walk through a mall. It's behind you. Those arrows don't matter.
They don't.
It's a zoo out there. People are driving the wrong way, backing in on the spot they're supposed to pull in head first on just to get out.
Yeah.
It's a mess.
Yeah, I walk through mall parking lots blindfolded as part of my training.
Yeah. All right. Nate, what is your favorite all-time babe? Or bro, we don't judge.
For my age, it's probably Pamela Anderson was the. Jennifer Aniston actually is my.
Jennifer Aniston.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, actually, not think of it. Pam Anderson was big, but then Jennifer Aniston's my all-time. I was always in love with her. That's I'm 41, so that's
she was my favorite Friends character. For sure.
She's definitely you can bring her home to mom and dad. Type more so than Pamela Anderson, but I think Pamela Anderson would have been my sexual awakening. probably is like 11 or 12, and you see Pamela Anderson, and you're like, what is that?
Yeah,
I
because
want
she's like a
that.
cartoon.
Yeah, she's like Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah, so it like forces your sexuality to wake up like 6 months earlier than it should have. You're like, whoa.
Whoa, okay, yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, now I have a Pavlovian response to when I hear the drum opening from Baywatch.
You're right.
I'm ready to go.
You get a 4-inch boner.
Yes. I'm very turned on by it.
It's a gigantic show. Baywatch.
It was huge.
Yes.
Kind of crazy.
It was
Crazy.
huge.
People like it just, and I think it's still on like other countries. It's like, just huge.
It was big everywhere.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, they just dubbed it. There wasn't a lot of lines. You just got it. You understood what was going on.
Yeah.
There's these babes there. They're trying to save these losers.
I mean, it's the easiest pitch of all time. It's just like, hey, what if we put a bunch of hot people on a beach wearing not much? And you're like, okay, I'm on board. I'll watch that.
It's funny that they never really did that. You know, how do they not do that again? Like, I know they try to make more Baywatches, but it's like such a simple, but sometimes those simple ideas like that, I mean, it's got to kind of work, you know, like you weren't able to see girls in bathing suits on TV back then as easy.
I think that's why it didn't work again. It's because the internet.
There's just too many other options.
Back
now.
then we were like, wow.
Yeah.
I have never seen a woman's waist.
That's right.
Ever.
And let's not undersell the power of a David Hasselhoff to hold that whole thing together.
Yeah.
Kind of be the central nervous system.
What if
of that
the
show.
centerpiece of the show was a 50-year-old man with a whatever body? Shirtless the entire time.
And that's the counterbalance you needed to make it work.
Yeah. We go shave him down. You're like, no, as is.
No,
as is.
Shoulder hair too? You bet.
What you see is what you get.
You bet.
Okay, and final question of the Edgy Lightning Round. Favorite euphemism for sex?
I don't know.
Really got him on this one.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
You know, like banging, like that.
that felt like a 13-year-old trying to convince his friends that he's had sex before.
If anyone ever had a doubt that you are a naturally a clean comedian, this sells it. It was not an act. You're not one of these clean comedians. You're not like Bill Cosby, like in the as soon as the lights go off, you're like fucking, you're just like banging.
Yeah, that was actually
cocaine.
Adorable.
I heard that once on TV. Marlboro. Marlboro. Is that a thing? Great work.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So we've got to tabulate here between
tabulate
1
here.
and 5 kettlebells.
See
So
if-
please bear with us.
So
Wow, I like that he jumped right to cocaine. That was
went straight to cocaine.
Straight to cocaine.
That was
Just
good.
jumping over everything else is good.
I like the pronunciation of Marlboro. That seemed very authentic.
Extra points for
Yeah,
sure. Blank
yeah.
Space is a great Taylor Swift song. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie. Went with getting kicked out of a Buffalo Wild Wings is classic.
That was
Edge.
good.
Yeah,
we
he
haven't
dubbed
had that
for
one
sure.
before.
Michelangelo, we know he's a party guy. I like that.
Huge drinking problem.
Yeah.
And banging.
Yes, banging.
Straight to the point.
Straight to the point.
Yeah.
We're not playing around with pleasantries here.
Yeah.
For me, I know what my score is. I'm saying a full 5. 5 kettlebells. 5 kettlebells for Nate, who's brought the edge. He waited as the edge passed him by, knowing the edge is going to come right back to guys like me.
He's like an athlete who slows the game down to his pace.
That's right. That's
So
absolutely
Tiger
right.
Woods doing golf. Tiger Woods, he let them, they'd get ahead, but he knows they're going to come back.
He always knows.
And I'll just stay here, and then I'll pound them.
Yeah,
And
that's
right. You
just
know,
motor.
And nothing
Thank
says edgy like a golf analogy is what I always
Yeah.
say. Pure
Tiger
edge.
Tiger Woods is the edgiest golfer.
Pretty edgy.
Edgy,
I mean,
yeah.
that is undisputed.
That's true.
Yeah.
Who's he up against? Phil Mickelson? Freddie
Wait,
Couples?
John Daly. John Daly
John
is pretty
Daly
edgy.
is
Oh,
edgy,
John Daly
yeah.
was the best.
John,
Oh my God.
John Daly legit had the shakes.
He was so much
Putting.
fun, but he could hit the hell out. Just hammered 400-yard
Hammered.
drives. God bless him.
He would leave. John Daly would, there's a few tournaments he just walked off in the middle of the tournament. And one of them, he just keeps hitting the ball into the water until he's out of balls. And then he's got a cigarette turns, walks off with his girlfriend and her kid. Right. And she's flipping off everybody, like everybody's like mad, and she's like, "You don't talk to him like that." He's screaming, like, and he's just got that blonde hair, just those pants, and very noticeable.
What a
and would
hero.
just leave.
Did you guys?
I've seen him on a golf course, and his shoulder was messed up, and so he was just hitting one-handed, like, and just smooth. I mean, just smooth shots. Like, it's crazy. He's as talented as he is.
He's one of the most talented golfers, they say, because he's such a disaster in every other aspect of golfing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure he seems like he probably is the type of guy who loves his kid, so I don't want to talk about his personal life. But, like...
No, his kid is going to Arkansas to play golf. His kid's a really good golfer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it makes sense.
Great.
Yeah.
But he's just like...
And they play together.
I don't see him... he obviously diet, not good. Drinking...
Not great.
Not great.
Yeah.
And probably not practicing a lot. He's just a pure talent.
He's just good. Yeah.
There's a story with him, a famous story, like he's during one of the major championships or something, and after they play the first round, he goes to the bar, and he's just sitting there drinking at the bar at the hotel or something, somewhere, and he's drinking. Tiger walks by, and he goes, "Tiger," he's like, "Come on, sit down and have a beer with me, man." He's like, and Tiger's like, "I'm got to go work out." He's like, "Just why don't you have a beer with me?" He's like, "You're not gonna drink, man?" And and Tiger's like, he's like, "I had to go practice," and he's like, "You're not gonna drink?" And then Tiger's like, "Well, if I had your talent, then I wouldn't have to go practice." And he walked away.
Yeah.
And it was like a serious, it's like, it was like real serious to be like, if I was as talented as you, I wouldn't. Like, that's how talented of a guy John Daly was to do what he did with, basically just winging it.
Right.
Two majors.
Drinking, 2 majors, smoking cigarettes, Diet Cokes, I mean, it's pretty wild.
Beers while he's playing.
It should be noted that after that exchange, Tiger Woods just went and slept with a diner waitress.
Yeah,
or something. He was like, "I gotta practice. I gotta practice."
He had his own problems.
All right. Well, you've proven edgy enough to hang for our next section called our Scalding Hot Takes.
Scalding hot takes. Burn me, daddy.
So in this section, Graham and I, we have some scalding hot takes for you, and you can help us heat them up. You might have your own scalding hot take to jump in on. Okay. So here we go. I'll go first. My first scalding hot take. You know how when you're flying and they'll give you the little preamble, the warning of like blah blah blah, exits here. Put on your own oxygen mask before assisting others.
Oh, this is going to be edgy.
And then it shows like a parent and the kid, and then it shows the parent putting on an oxygen mask while their dying kid looks up at them. I think if you follow that advice, if you put your own oxygen mask on before your kids, you should have your kid taken away from you.
Yes.
I think you should absolutely lose the rights to parent that kid.
If you put the oxygen
If you put your own oxygen mask on first, while your 4-year-old is confused and terrified, unable to breathe, and you're like, "Daddy's got to take care of himself first." They told us you should lose your children.
They're basically like, "Please be a human being."
Yeah.
But wouldn't the edge would be to do it the other way?
Well, you're breaking the rule,
right? Put it on
right?
you, and then put it on another kid, then put it on your own kid.
That would be the
yes.
That would be the edgier way.
I mean, they tell you to do that so you don't pass out. Yeah. Right? That's the reasoning.
That is the reasoning.
Pass it out, and then you give it to your kid.
No, that's the reasoning. I get it. I still feel like your instincts would be like, let me take care of the kid first before taking care of myself.
So it's pretty edgy what he's doing. He's edgy because he's saying he doesn't want to follow the rules.
I'm breaking the rules. I'm skirting the rules.
You're breaking the rules.
Yeah.
But you're doing it in the safe way of saying I'm protecting the kids.
Yeah, that's true. This is
which you're
gonna lose some points.
I feel like an edge can't be like you think you're doing the right way.
I think for the first time ever, a guest is taking away one of your kettlebells.
Yeah, I've lost a kettlebell here. This is unexpected.
What the hell is going on? You're flipping the whole thing on us.
Hey, don't book this edge, all right?
Yeah, man. Yep. You don't come to the fire pit. Don't expect to get burnt.
I like to think you would pass out because you would be trying to explain that to them without putting your own mask on. You would be, excuse me. As the guy's frantically trying to put mask on, you're like, I think you should put yours on your kid first, to be honest.
That's what I use the last of my oxygen.
You forgot about your mask. Well, I need to go make a point. Yeah. This is no time better than right now.
Please tell Nate Bargatze what happened here.
Tell him he was right.
Are you my grandpa? All right, here's another edgy take coming right at you. Buckle up. In the past year, my grocery store has stopped providing bags, and instead you have to buy one of those like tote bags.
Okay.
And they're made of plastic, and they've got handles, and they're heavy duty, and they cost like $1 or $2.
Okay.
But I never remember to bring them to when I go grocery shopping. So I'm always buying these bags. And there got to be at least 6 regular plastic bags to make this bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're bad for the environment. I think they're a money grab.
Pretty edgy.
Yeah.
They're supposed to save the environment. I think they're worse.
You think they're worse?
Because most people grocery shopping are stupid.
So how many of these giant plastic bags do you have?
I got about 70 of them. My whole kitchen is these plastic bags. And I can't throw them out because I don't want to be a monster.
Yeah.
Well, so the edge you should do is sit right at the end of that counter and sell your bags for half the price.
I'm running that down.
There we go.
That's good.
I mean, I don't think there's a rule against that. They're going to try to tell you that there is. But you got to go, well, what's the rule? I don't know. Yeah. What's the law?
You show me that rule written anywhere in here.
Tell me.
Show me where it says I can't sell my own plastic bags in this grocery store.
Man, I got to make like
tricking me for years.
I get kicked out of the grocery store. I mean, that'll be almost as bad as a Wild Wing, but
you're going to be super. You walking up to cars before they go in. Hey, did you forget your bag today? I sell you my bag.
Yeah.
Just knocking on windows. Hello? Bag? Bag? 50 cents.
Yeah. We are, my comedy career is going in that direction. That might be my main source of income.
Oh, we got some heat.
We got a bit of heat going.
Got a lot of heat on this. Got a lot of people on YouTube.
A lot of people in Turkey.
A lot of people in Turkey watching the YouTube
huge
of this.
Fan base in Turkey.
Yeah, we don't know why. But
so, Nate, you get ready for a big bump in your numbers in Istanbul.
Yep. Ankara.
I've been to Istanbul.
Oh, yeah? Well, next time you go, you'll be able to sell out a theater thanks to this podcast.
You'll be able to sell at the Blue Mosque. How y'all doing? Cool whipped cream.
Tennessee.
Okay. Scalding hot take. Everything, the first part's this is lukewarm. Everything's too political now. Politics has ruined everything. But the worst part about politics having ruined everything is that Don Jr. and Hunter Biden can't be best friends. And they're supposed to be best friends. These are two guys who should be bumping rails together. They should probably be burying the body of a hooker they accidentally killed and then each calling their respective fathers to be like,
have the right
I
cocaine.
need your help. Yes.
They had the bad cocaine.
The world has separated them, and these are guys who should be the best of friends.
That's a good take, I think.
I'm just sad about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is actually good. Yeah. That's a good edge take.
They could combine.
Yes. I got a kettlebell back.
You got a kettlebell back. Pretty good. All right. Here's my take. Modern country music is just regular pop music, but with an accent. I think it's all a lie.
I mean, it's thematically though, like sound wise, it has shifted that way, but it is like all the pop country songs are hitting on the same themes of like the good stuff, the dirt road, the blue jeans. I think that's what separates it, but it is just like an offshoot of pop.
Yeah. Like you're almost like saying like, is pop coming over to pop is more going the way of country music. Like who was first? Is pop going the way of country music or?
I mean, I haven't been a musicologist for a few years, but I think if you listen to pop music 20 years ago, and you listen, or 25 years ago, and you listen to country music now, they sound similar. But if you listen to country music 25 years ago, it sounded more different.
Yeah, I think that's true. I think that I would say that's right. You're not going to hear like a pop country song like a boot scootin' boogie now, like you might have.
Yeah.
To like it has turned. It is just one.
Like Alan Jackson.
Right.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Country.
It's Taylor Swift who is country.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
no one's going there in a cowboy hat. There's no cowboy hats.
There's no cowboy hats anymore. It's baseball caps now, right? Like cowboy hats have been replaced by baseball caps. The whole thing has shifted. There's this kid, Kane Brown, I think his name is. Who's like a maybe mixed race, maybe black, but like he wears streetwear, and then has like this does country, and it's like I think that's just we're all melding. We're all going to be Kane Brown in a few years. We're all going to be like
we're all going to come
just
together.
Like mixed race people wearing streetwear singing country is the future of this country.
Maybe Hunter Biden and Eric Trump will finally come together.
They might. It might happen. It might finally happen.
They're working their way back to each other, like they're walking down hallways. And be like merge back in.
Yeah.
All right. This is my last and final, but I feel like it's a pretty hot take.
Okay.
If you're not a farmer and you own a pickup truck, it's because you're at least a little bit homophobic. You're like, I don't want to own a Prius. I want people to know.
Yeah.
I got a big piece.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I give it to women. You know what I mean? I don't.
There are aggressive names in trucks now as well, like the Raptor. Ford Raptor.
The Titan.
The Ram.
Yeah. Ram. That's my hot take.
Pretty hot.
Yeah, it's a pretty hot take. I mean, yeah. Just a guy someone that wants trucks. You're like, I think you're homophobic.
Yeah. All of you.
That's definitely, all of you. Lumping them all in.
But if you're just going from your suburban driveway to a highway to a Chili's to a Home Depot.
If you go to Home Depot, you might need that truck.
I wish I didn't say Home Depot immediately when I said it. Anyway.
But you can't because you got a truck, and the guy's like, yeah, man, I go to Home Depot more than you think.
Yeah. But they're like...
well, the thing is, trucks are like, they're almost like having an SUV now. And then like, they have like the 4 seats in the back. It's crazy. Like,
but the whole cab in the back, they're all pristine. They all have like the leather snaps over the top.
Yeah.
And then you look under there,
like it's
not one scratch. Not one scratch. They've not one hammer has been dropped in there.
Well, they're definitely like marketed that way to a degree, like the old Ford, like a rock, I never think about dudes in my own time, that kind of like that commercial. I thought was like, that's a little on the nose.
That song was a bit much,
little obvious. Okay. My final scalding hot take.
I love looking over at Nate and just watching us bomb.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Okay, cool.
Y'all do it great, though.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's smooth.
Yeah. It's like it's been like done before.
We're well practiced at this. Yeah. This is not our first rodeo. Okay, last scalding hot take is that everyone in this royal family drama sucks. There's no winners here. I feel like the popular kids are trying to be like Meghan and Harry are so cool. They were treated so badly, but everyone sucks here. Like them leaving could have been a cool, powerful statement, but they moved to Tyler Perry's mansion in Malibu.
Did they?
Yes. And they're like trying to sell merch and start like a production company. And they're just like every rich kid who moved to LA.
I thought they moved to Canada.
No. They were like briefly, but no. They're in Tyler Perry's Malibu mansion.
There's a winter.
They ain't stayed at the Holiday Inn Express.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like they went to Tyler Perry is a billionaire.
Yes.
And they went to his, basically probably a house on his, he probably has just the guest house that's like it's like.
It's not even, it's the mansion that he's just not using. It's some $30 million mansion that he's like, you guys crash here. And so it's like, it's not like rebellious or cool what they're doing. They're just doing rich kid shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the hard part when everybody watched that is like, it was, it's very rich people trying to make you worry about their problems. And they went to Tyler Perry's house and, there's actual homeless people on the street.
Right. Yeah.
you know, that are going through stuff.
Trying to climb over the walls of Tyler Perry's house to eat food.
Yeah, just throw your food over.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's I could definitely see that. How it's all just, you know, it's all kind of well. See, Princess Di was edgy, I think.
Yes.
Now, not that I remember her completely. I remember when she died.
You loved her. You had all the
my mom loves
the
all
silverware.
That
you got the memorial.
Most moms are, I mean, way into it.
Yeah.
Every funeral, wedding.
Yeah.
I mean,
moms
loved.
Hours. You and I are sort of the same age. Moms loved
Princess Di.
The Princess Di.
Yeah, that
whole thing.
The Elton John song. How many cassettes did that sell?
The wedding, the funeral. It's I mean, it's a Cinderella kind of thing, and I mean,
but she was edgy. She was out there.
My mom's watched she's watched The Crown. She knows all about that stuff. She's watched everything. You know, it's Princess Di would have been edgy. That's the thing with Meghan Markle. Like now they're edgy as it is. You're like, you're the most famous people ever. You're gonna, even if they write you off, you're gonna come here and then Netflix is gonna give you $100 million.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like I don't even know if you're gonna have a day with your bank account zero. Right. It's just not gonna happen.
No, it's always gonna be rich. And being a grown adult complaining about being cut off by your family is also pathetic and embarrassing.
Yes, that's a good point.
You know, like the Queen cut me out, and the fact that it's the Queen, the whole thing. Yeah,
it's like every immigrant family has been cut off by their family
at some point. Yeah.
It's like,
every comedian's been cut off.
Yeah. But I will say, going from being a case girl on Deal or No Deal, like Meghan Markle was, to publicly feuding with the Queen of England is an impressive come up. For sure. For sure.
I didn't know that.
That's some steps. Yeah, that's some. You took some steps to get to there. I mean, that's the real deal, dude. That's a leap.
That's a
big
huge leap.
That was one.
I mean, you're above the owner of the show.
Yeah,
you go from just holding a case to, if the guy that made the show, you would be like, don't talk to me.
Yeah,
Yeah. She leapfrogged Howie Mandel hard. Power move on Howie.
And the
you're
producers.
Powerful in another country.
Yeah.
You went to another country and you're now above everybody there. Like
it's true.
I don't even know how you make that. You're gonna be so famous.
The whole country. And they got a Deal or No Deal over there. And guess what? She's above them too.
She's above them. She used to carry cases. That's right. Yeah. And it's just yeah.
Wow. That was one hell of a party where she met, like a very important party where she met him.
Yeah, and she capitalized big time.
Man, I mean, big, yeah. I mean, she did, Oprah. Oprah talking to her.
Doesn't get bigger.
That's what I saw, like people meme of people complaining, like, but saying like his net worth was like 50 million, hers is 2. Oprah's got $2 billion.
Yeah,
and we're all just watching, like, God, these guys got it so rough, you know. They just, I don't know, like, it's just a hassle, you know.
Okay, Nate, do you have any edgy advice for us? Graham and I trying to be more edgy. We're trying to go after this edgy podcast cash. Any advice to help us?
We're trying to get people just to follow us blindly.
Yes, we want blind followers.
I mean, you got to just make, you got to just say the opposite of whatever you feel the mainstream is. You're going to have to just go the opposite. That's the way you got to do it. That's, you know, I think the guys that do that, that's what they do. You got your own opinion. And, you know, look at Piers Morgan, right? With the Meghan Markle, went completely against that, got fired from the show. That's how you go edge. That's the edge now. It used to be the other way. And I think edge changes. Yeah. You know, it used to, you know, it was, you know, it was almost like celebrities used to always like attack the president or the government or whatever. And now sometimes it feels like they're in with them. And they praise them in other ways, and they take, not with Trump, but whatever. So as far as like edge goes, in an honest answer, you just got to go against whatever you feel the cool kids are saying. That's where the edge is at, which is where most comedians should live, to be honest. That's what comedians are. George Carlin, that's what they did. They went against back then was Reagan Republican. They went against that. And that was what and so now you can't be a comedian and be like, "Why the president's wonderful and the government's doing a great job." Like that's not an edgy person. you're just gotta be like going along with the mainstream.
Right.
Yeah, we have in our previous careers, we both were big champions of industry and
Big time. Yeah.
big corporations and any president, whoever got in there, we were like,
We like this guy.
You're
This
our
is
leader.
guy.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
our guy.
Yeah.
We need tax cuts. We need some ease these restrictions on cigarettes a little bit. We're trying to sell them at schools. That was a big part of what we were doing.
that's how we made a lot of money. Yeah.
But no, that's good advice. Go with
Go
it is
against
like
every corporation. That would be, whatever they do, just say no.
I will say
Any sponsor? No.
Yeah.
It needs to know.
No. Stamps.com.
No.
Fuck you, Stamps.com.
No, well,
Not on my
you
watch.
gotta go get your sponsors have got to be just like a lot of CBD.
Oh, yeah.
Just like kind of random Monster. If y'all could get Monster.
we
no,
email
no.
them every day. We send one a day.
Yeah.
And, they haven't written back yet, but any day now.
It's a Gmail account. That's weird.
It
I
is,
thought that
yeah.
it's a
It
Gmail
is
account.
weird, yeah. But Monster Turkey will probably get right back to us.
Yes.
We are huge there.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Find out who turkeys. I mean, who do they hate the most? Just go.
It's Armenians is the answer.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well, they go hard on it. You gotta know where your bread's being buttered, all right? Like, guys, become a-
World's
Wait,
number one
Armenian.
anti-Armenian podcast.
what's the deal with these fucking Armenians?
Yeah. We're just reading like a Wikipedia page about Armenia. Oh my God. Did you hear about the war of 1604? Jerks.
But congratulations on your independence in 1913,
Yeah.
dorks.
Yeah. I doubt it.
All right. Well, Nate, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. It feels ridiculous to ask you if you have anything to plug on this podcast, but if there is anything you'd like to plug,
Special.
I do. He's got a new
Yeah.
special coming out.
Yes.
New special coming out. So when's this going to come out? March. Special's March 18th. So I don't know when this will be out, but
That's-
Netflix, The Greatest Average American. So yes, everybody go watch that. That's the plug.
That's amazing. I can't wait to see it. I've seen little. You're doing a lot of the material. I mean, you had two specials, so you're doing a lot of the material that you were doing when I was opening for you before the pandemic.
Yeah. All of that.
So great.
awesome.
It's so great. It's so funny. It's like it was already ready back then. So I can't wait to see how far he's taken
And
it.
then we did no comedy, and now we put it out.
Yeah, yeah. A good year to
I was ready
breathe.
to go, and then we stopped practicing it for 1 year, and then I said, "Let's do it."
Yeah, he took one set in front of a mirror, and he was like, I got this.
That's good.
Yeah,
I'm good to
got
go.
this.
Also, this is true. I did a Just for Laughs special that was only available in Canada, and on March 19th, it's coming out in America. So I challenge you, Nate Bargatze, to see who gets more press,
More buzz.
out of our specials. So
All right.
buckle up.
Excited. I'm ready for it. Well, you have Edge. People like Edge right now.
That's
I'm
right.
I'm not Mr. Edge, so it's you. So yeah.
Okay.
And yet somehow you still got 5 kettlebells. So,
Yeah, somehow. Yeah.
I can finagle. I figure ways out.
He's a 5-tool player.
He's a 5-tool player.
Yeah.
That's right. All right. Thank you so much, Nate. We appreciate you.
Thanks so much, man.
Absolutely. Thank y'all.
Well, that was great. I think we learned a lot.
We sure did.
Yeah.
Edgier than some might think he is.
Yes. He is a 5-tool, I guess, person.
He waited patiently for the edge to come back to him.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? Bold move, showing up to a place as edgy as this in a Nike golf baseball cap that says, I don't care what you think Edge is. I'm redefining
So
Edge.
badass.
Yeah.
And I also like that he argued to get kettlebells back.
That's true. You know, he was fighting for his kettlebells and in some ways trying to question my Edge status, trying to take kettlebells from me.
Yeah, he was.
He was, yeah.
The fact that he cucked you publicly on your own podcast
Yeah, this is true.
is quite edgy.
This is true.
Go check out a Natebargatze special. I've seen it live. He kills. It's so funny. You're gonna like it. And on a lesser note, check out my special. the following day, March 19th,
Yeah.
on YouTube, on the Just for Laughs comedy channel. It won't be on my YouTube channel. Just for Laughs YouTube channel.
So they're making a couple bucks off of you.
Yeah, they're making
that sweet cash.
Yeah, well, I hope so.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. They're trying to get in on the Edgelord's cash.
That's right. They're trying to,
They're getting me to promote it.
This video is going to go wild in Turkey. I know it is.
Yeah.
This special is going to
There's
blow
like,
up.
We got so many views in Turkey.
And also,
like and subscribe, guys, if you haven't already. If you're watching this on YouTube right now, hit the thing.
it's over there, I think.
Is it there?
I think it's there.
It's there. The window is here. It's down there. It's the bell. It's free.
And if you're just listening on the podcast, please subscribe, rate, and review. Give us a 5-star review. You can say whatever you want. We'd like you to say it helped women respect my power.
Yes.
But just give us a 5-star review.
You just scroll down after the episodes, and then it's got a little thing, and you just press 5 stars.
And if you like this podcast, for the love of God, tell a friend about it. Tell your family about it. Tell your coworkers about it. Let people know.
Tell your elderly mother about it.
Someone needs to.
It's like I always say.
At the end of every episode, as we always say,
Fuck you.